is the National Football League, presented by EA Sports. Today we jump right into this new season with an AFC South matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Houston Texans. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. Strike, check, strike.
They run with a rookie from Florida, Dameon Pierce. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line, he provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
Yellow. Smack, red. Ready?
Stroud on 3rd down now. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. Well, there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
1st and 10, it's Pierce. And some room to maneuver. The 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one good for 33 and a first. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
You ain't going nowhere.
And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. He ran it last time. Now Stroud will throw it. Gets the dump off to Pierce. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now it's 3rd and 3. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area, and they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Fairbairn is good. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a 2nd down.
And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Richardson will keep it once again.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. He'll grab 3 yards on the play, taking it himself for the 1st down.
Richardson to throw off play action.
Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Well, there you go, Charles, his first NFL pass, and it goes for a completion.
And you know that they thought about this before even calling the play, right? Let's get him his first completion. Let's get it out of the way because we expect...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Isaiah McKenzie, 27 yards.
And the Colts are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave, embrace it. Go ahead and play it at that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
In motion, the tight end.
Now they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10.
And he finds his target, it's Schultz. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team right at the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. The Texans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Pierce will try to pick it up.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
On the double.
Another carry for Pierce. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 67 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Now they'll change things up. Stroud will throw it. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Texans have retaken the lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Colts are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Colts pick it up. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line.
How many times in the course of a game do you talk about momentum plays? And I think we just saw one there.
Absolutely.
Just scored, right?
Just took the lead.
Just took the lead, went downfield, got the ball free again and picked it up. They got a chance to really get the momentum on their side now.
And now they'll try to pile on. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. Tackled by the cornerback, Derek Stingley.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. He'll wind up getting free on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Richardson will keep it once again. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And this one is right through. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Ready.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out.
Blaster, 6. Drill, 52.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
Down.
3rd down, the Colts beefing up the secondary. 6 defensive backs in the game.
Black shot. Hey, red, blue striker. Ready.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
That's fielded at the 8-yard line. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On the counter, it's Taylor. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Oh, the option to give to Taylor here. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. He stayed afloat for a second there after the first wave of contact, but that was going nowhere.
Yeah, what did he tell us in pregame? I just don't want to get my feet stopped initially when I'm trying to make a run. That's exactly what happened there. Unfortunately, as you noted, got away a little bit from the first one, but the wave swarmed him under. Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason, and runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
A couple of first downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Off play action, Richardson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you have people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. 7th play of this drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. 3rd and long for Richardson. Over the middle, complete. It's McKenzie. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Richardson hit it, he fumbles it. And the Texans scoop it. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
This drive didn't end well, but if they can keep stringing these together, they'll like what they're doing. That was an 8-play drive before it ended in a fumble. So the takeaway's got to be doing what we want to do and doing it well. Just got to take care of the ball at the end.
They'll start on the ground with Pierce. Shoves him away. 84 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
Well, he was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that. But I think that they were right about this one.
First down, they go right back to Pierce. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Stroud. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. And the Colts are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. And the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass. That's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception. That's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? No. Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on. And see,
well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Michael Pittman in the final seconds of the first half. And the Colts will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Let's go now. Yellow. Black, red, cycle. Light blue. Hut.
Final play of the half, Stroud. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
McKenzie now from his end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways. They had to like what they saw in that first half.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
On third down, here's Richardson. Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Off the option, here's Taylor. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Richardson working from the gun. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Rolling to his right.
Eyes the crossing route, and he finds Pittman.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
1st and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. He's going up top for Taylor.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the Texans are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Well, pretty much everything went their way offensively in the 1st half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
White. Trail green.
Stroud to throw it. That's into a crowd and intercepted.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the 1st half have now followed them into the 2nd half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Stroud sets up the play action.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Stroud here on 3rd and long.
And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. Touchdown, Houston. Robert Woods, 88 yards.
And the Texans are able to cut into that deficit. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. McKenzie now from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
You get a rookie tight end who can run like this. It just gives this offense a different dimension than they've had. It's going to be fun to watch his development and how this offense expands as this season moves.
Richardson under pressure, and down he goes. Christian Harris. That is one that he will remember. His first career sack in his first career game in the National Football League. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Play action. Now Richardson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And they're going to be staring at a third and long here.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Looking deep downfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it. And the Texans are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Third and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said, third and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball. That cut down the lead. Now the defense does their part, got them the football back.
So now maybe with the touchdown they scored previously, plus their defense making that stand up and getting them the ball right back, momentum may be shifting in their favor.
But now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Colts pick it up. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, I mean, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, so an interception, some type of a turnover. You've got to get back out there and play. These guys just want to get to the bench and gather themselves and regroup a little bit. Let's see if these offenses can settle in and start taking care of the ball a little bit better.
And he's going to lose yardage here as they will switch ends as time is run out on this third quarter of play. The Colts on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. He's got a man complete. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Michael Pittman, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Colts are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Here we go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know that there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Here we go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. A shotgun snap to Stroud. That's underneath to Pierce. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
On the set. Red.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. The throwing again is Stroud. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Let's go.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now the 4th-year running back. This is Devin Singletary. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
The 2nd down throw now from Stroud. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And the Colts are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 43. They run once more with Taylor. And he's got room past the 20. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, 43 yards. And the Colts are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. Taken at the goal line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Stroud on third down now.
And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Come on, set. Fight, fight. Jack.
Fourth down, here's Stroud.
He finds his man, complete. That's Schultz.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. On first down, here's Stroud.
He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And got his man, complete. Touchdown, Texans. Robert Woods, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Texans get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Fairbairn good for the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to.
There he goes, left side. 20, 10, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jonathan Taylor.
Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Colts have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the fourth.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. This take it in at the goal line.
The Texans take over first down again at their own 16-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Stroud now on 1st and 10.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Here we go.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Hurry, hurry.
Now Here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That one covers 29 yards, first down. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up second down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Now here's Stroud on third down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
You can almost see all the defenders rubbing their hands together with glee because we all know they relish the chance to bring down a quarterback of his caliber. Anyone who brings him down has plenty to...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Julian Blackman. And the Colts will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest.
Okay, right?
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while? Or he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. First and 10, it's Stroud. And now here is another interception. Oh, he's got some breathing room. The 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense. And certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap 1.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1, and to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division, you knew the motivation was going to...